Debra, I had nothing to do with you getting the job with the Scottish Ballet Company.
So you've said, but I want the truth, Gabrielle. What is it? You can't look me in the eye? You know that I've caught you, right? Or is it you don't have a conscience left anymore?
Debra, this is not the time or the place to discuss
I thought I could trust you. I thought you were the one person that would never betray me. But I guess I was mistaken, right?
You would please calm down.
Look, Kurt Atherton told me that you called him and said that I was wasting my talent here. That I would be an exciting addition to the company. What you failed to mention was that you had talents of your own that you wanted to employ. Namely, seducing chord. Well, did it work, Gabrielle? Did you manage to sink your claws in while I was away?
How dare you?
Well, how dare you abuse me and
I never abused you.
Yes, you did, and I'm here to tell Cord the truth, and the whole truth.
Well, good morning. Or should I say good afternoon?
Yeah, well, I can't believe what time it was when I looked at the clock. Why did you let me sleep so late?
Well, you ran yourself ragged last night. And I figured you needed to just get some sleep.
Thank you. You know, you're wonderful taking all the pressure off me like this.
Well, that's the nice thing about guardian angels. They kind of show up when you need them.
Guardian angels, eh? I like that. I like having you around.
Annie, can I speak
Thanks.
to you?
I like being...
Excuse me.
Sure. Get back to work, will you? Trouble?
Sit down. Brenda is still at Grandeview. The more time she spends there, the bigger the chance that she's going to overdose on the drugs that Michael is forcing on her.
Did you give Brenda her medication?
Yes, but I'm very afraid we might be giving her too much as the drug builds up in her
Forget the
system.
lecture, forget it. Get Stephen ready for a long trip. Now that I have the adoption papers, I'm taking him as far away from here as possible.
Where are you going?
Do as you're told.
Yes, Mr. Grant.
What's going on here?
Mrs. Verdon?
There's something going on here, I can tell.
No, nothing's going on here. Brenda, go back upstairs and lie down.
No. There's something going on here. You're planning something horrible, and I want to know what it is.
Here's what to do when you don't find the rainbows in this time. Here's where you go when it looks like the rain won't end. Don't cry. I'll give you tomorrow. Let me be the one to share it with. And each day that follows, 'cause we only have one life to live.
All right. I'm taking Stephen to South Africa today.
South Africa.
Yes. I've been transferring money there for quite a while. We have enough for a long and peaceful life.
Michael, I can't pack up and leave Landview. It's my home. My friends are here. I can't just pull up and move to a foreign country.
Well, I don't expect you to. I'm starting a new life in a new land with Stephen.
I'm not included. How can you do that? How can you take my son away and leave me here alone?
You didn't worry about the effect it would have on me when you took him from me, did you? You didn't stop for a second to think that he might mean something to me. I'm not giving him up, Brenda. He's my son. He belongs with me.
Your son is dead. I'm sorry. But that's the truth. And you're gonna have to accept it. Stephen is my son. He's mine. He is not your son.
He's mine now. I've got the adoption papers. I can take him wherever I want.
I let you do that?
It's done, Brenda. Got it all worked out. My future, Stephen's future, your future.
No, please.
You don't mind if we talk while I eat, do you? I've got a pile of work to catch up on here. Thought I'd kill two birds with one stone.
Oh, no, darling, go right ahead.
You want some? Here.
No, thank you. I'm on a diet.
Well, you look terrific.
You are so sweet to say that.
Oh.
It's just that I ate so much during the campaign. I was so anxious, and you know me, I just, when I'm upset, I eat.
You know, I remember your midnight raids on the refrigerator every time we had a fight. You used to tell me every argument we had meant another dress size.
Well, I can blame this one squarely on Michael Grand's shoulders. It made me a total wreck.
That'd be comic, blaming Michael Grand for your hips. That should be all he's guilty of.
I cannot tell you when I think how he used me, how much I hate him. And you know, if it wasn't for Megan and her boyfriend, poor Roger would be dead.
Oh, you better hope poor Roger pulls through, otherwise you'll wind up with more trouble than you ever bargained for.
Well, he's gonna be all right, isn't he?
Last I heard, he'd taken a turn for the worse.
No.
Oh, yeah. If he doesn't make it, the police are going to come knocking on your door asking a lot of questions.
Herb, I was set up. I mean, Michael made me think that he just wanted to test Roger's loyalty.
Right.
Oh, for heaven's sake, you don't think that I knew he had planned to kill him? How can you possibly believe that I would send somebody to his death? I thought all he wanted to do was get Roger to the warehouse, meet with him, and then accuse him of being a traitor to your campaign and send him packing. I mean, you do believe me, don't you?
Me? Well, sure I do, but you're going to have a hell of a time proving it in a courtroom.
Oh, no. When Michael Grand gets on that stand
When Michael Grand gets on the stand, you actually believe Michael will admit to hoodwinking you into sending Roger Gordon down to the docks. You really think he's going to stick his neck in a noose just to save yours?
No. You're absolutely right. Of course not. That man would lie through his teeth to save his own hide.
Well, I rest my case.
Well, I won't rest mine until I am absolutely cleared of any incrimination.
Dorian, no. You stay out of this. You'll just make the situation worse.
The situation can't be any worse, Herb. I am going to do everything I can to stop this man from ruining innocent people's lives, especially mine.
Dorian.
All right, Debra. No more lies. I did arrange for you to have that job with the Scottish Ballet. And I did want you separated from Cord, but not for the reasons that you think.
I don't know what to think. How could you betray me, Gabrielle?
I didn't betray you. I was trying to protect you.
Protect me?
I have told you so many times that your relationship with Cord would end in heartache.
Oh, so you're going to stand there and say, I told you so?
He rejected you. He couldn't give you a commitment. Are you telling me that that's my doing as well?
No, but he wouldn't have rejected me if I hadn't pushed him.
You didn't push him, Debra. You were following your heart. You wanted to take this next step in this relationship. You had to find out whether he felt the same way or not.
But this would never have happened if you hadn't got me this job. I was going to go away for weeks, months. I had to know. It was too much too soon. I rushed him. And it was all because you got me this job.
Debra, your relationship with Cord was going to end like this sooner or later.
Look, if I hadn't felt pressured because I was going out of town on tour...
You are upset and frustrated because he rejected you. Can't you see this? And you're taking it all out on me. That's so easy to do, isn't it? Take it out on the next person instead of facing it yourself and getting on with your own life.
Are you saying I'm blaming you for my failure?
You didn't fail with Cord. Don't you see, you just weren't meant for each other. That's why I wanted you to go away and have some time to think and spare you some of the pain.
Well, then why does it still hurt so much?
Because he was your first. And it's always more painful with your first.
I was so naive to think that Cord could ever want me.
No, I don't ever want to hear you talk like that. You are a wonderful, wonderful person. And you're going to meet the right man, and both of you are going to live happily ever after.
And you're always the one who's chastising me for being a hopeless romantic.
Well, you know what? I take it all back. Because if there's one person who deserves a happy ending, it's you.
Gabrielle, I'm so sorry.
Oh, don't apologize. I'm sorry.
No, I realize now that you were looking after my best interests. And you still are. Yes, I am.
Debra? Hey, what are you doing back so soon?
Hello, Cord.
What's going on, Debra? Did they cancel the tour? I mean, is there something wrong? Why'd you come back so early?
I came home because I was homesick. Don't get me wrong. Dancing with Giselle was, you know, a dream come true, but you know what? When I got out there, I just wanted to come straight back to Landview. Silly, isn't it?
No, it's not silly. Listen, I'm glad you did come back.
Really?
Yes. Debra, I felt awful about, well, some of the things we
No,
said
Cord,
before you
listen,
left in.
you know, you don't have to say anything. It's not necessary, really.
No, but I hated the way that we left things, Debra.
Cord, listen, you know, I just came back to say hi. You know, I'm back. I didn't mean to put you on the spot or anything.
No, you're not putting me on the spot. In fact, I would like to explain to you some of the
Look, Cord,
things
listen. I had time alone on the road to accept your decision.
That's just it, Debra. I mean, this wasn't a decision that I had time to think
Cord,
about and
listen,
sit down and make.
You know what?
I didn't have the time.
The time, you know, since I've been back in Landview, it's gone so quickly and my mother doesn't even know that I'm home. Hey, Gabrielle, listen. Thank you for being so understanding, and we should talk. Yeah, later, right.
Debra,
Goodbye, Cord.
wait a minute. I have absolutely no idea what that was all about.
You don't?
No. Do you?
Yes. It's obvious it was all about you.
Annie, I don't know what the hell is going on. I gave him the drug patch yesterday. He should have brought it to the lab and made a move by now. Now, why hasn't he returned my calls? What is he doing?
Look, he's working on the investigation, and when he's going to arrest Michael any minute.
Brenda's life could very well be on the line. I am not waiting for that commissioner any longer.
You can't do anything more, Dan. You can't.
I am not waiting any longer. I'm going to make my move.
You're not thinking what I think you're thinking.
Look, it is her only chance.
Dan, you cannot sneak back into Grandeview.
I have got to get her out of there.
You have to let the police handle it.
Annie, look, I am not going to sit on my hands when the woman who means the world to me is in danger. I've got to give it a second chance.
Just be careful, all right?
I will be.
You let me know what happens.
You got it bad for that guy, girlfriend.
Bad for Dan, huh? What, are you crazy?
Don't fight me, Brenda.
Please,
Don't fight me. I'm stronger than you are.
Don't do this,
Stephen's
Michael.
mine.
I just know
Stephen
he's
is
not
mine.
yours. I
Stephen
need
is
to see my
mine,
baby.
and it's all
Please,
over.
no,
Don't
he
make it
needs me. I want my baby.
Don't make it any harder on yourself, Brenda. Don't make it
want
any
him.
harder on
I
yourself.
want him.
Me.
Sorry. Can't let you interfere with my plans.
No.
Drink this.
No.
Drink this. Open your mouth. Drink all of it.
No.
Swallow it. Swallow it. Swallow it. Why didn't you love me? Why didn't you marry me willingly? We could have been happy together. We could have raised Stephen together. We could have been a family together. You would have been a part of all my plans, Brenda. But you had to fight me, didn't you? I didn't want it to turn out this way, do you know that? But you gave me no other choice. I was gonna take you with me, Brenda. I wanted to take you with me. But I can't risk that. It's impossible. And I can't risk leaving you behind either. Because you'll fight. You keep fighting for Stephen. You'll come after me. And you'll take my son away from me all over again.
I've never given up on my child, and I'm not giving up on him now. So you can go to the ends of the earth, Michael. I will find you.
It's all over, Brenda. And you lost. I'm sorry. Really did love you. More than you'll ever know. My only consolation is that you won't feel much pain while you're dying. How could that be?
You are not taking my Steve. You're not.
Gord, try and understand. You're the first man that Debra has ever fallen in love with. Our mother has sheltered her for so long. She'd hardly ever dated. Ballet was her entire life until she met you. She just doesn't understand her feelings and emotions.
I just wish that I had been more sensitive to her needs, been more understanding to what she might be going through.
You were very sensitive and very understanding towards her.
Gabrielle, come on, I just out and out rejected her.
What were your options? Sleep with her? String her along? Let her pretend that this might go into something bigger?
No, obviously, I wasn't about to do anything like that. I don't know, I just kicked myself for being so blunt with her. I mean, when she said that she was going to leave, I just came right out and I said that I didn't think that I could return the feelings that she had for me. I told her that she'd probably be better off in the long run, and I don't know, I thought at that point that maybe she had accepted it, and then all of a sudden she just hightailed it out of there, and obviously she was really upset.
Cord, you can't be held responsible for Deborah's reactions and feelings. You were honest with her. That's all anyone could ask of you.
Well, obviously, the way she just took off now, she's still upset about all this.
Look, why don't you just give her some time to be alone, to heal, okay? And to tell you the truth, this has been one heck of a day for me, too, and I'm exhausted. I could use a cup of coffee.
I mean, you're probably right. I mean, I need some time to, well, to think about Debra and what I should do about that. In the meantime, I would like to buy you that cup of coffee because you helped me out here. Well, should we go Max's?
No.
What's wrong with Max?
Nothing's wrong with Max's place. That would be terrific. That would be great. Good place to have a cup of coffee.
Let's go.
You know, by the way, Dan and I are just friends. Nothing more than friends.
Toilet blind? Are you telling me you hate it? And Dan took you in his arms and waltzed you into the sunset?
Well, that's just not going to happen. You see, his card is already filled.
So what? I mean, give some other competition to that lady. It ain't over till it's over.
I've tried. Dan can't help his feelings for Brenda.
Brenda is married to Michael Grant.
Well, I know. It's just like a man, right? He always wants something that he can't get.
Says the young, bitter woman filled with unrequited love.
I am not in love with Dan. Hey, Matt, can I have a draft?
Yeah, coming up. There you go. Hey, listen. It's okay to love someone more than they like you, and it's okay to show it. Now, if you do, if you hang in there long enough, sometimes things turn around and go your way. Sometimes it's the only way to get what you want. Now, trust me. I know what I'm talking about.
Look, I'm sorry, but I'm not the kind of person who likes to wear her heart on her sleeve. I never have been, and I don't intend to start now.
I know. I know it's not easy telling someone you care about them. But you gotta take the risk. Life without risk.
Well, I don't want to take risks. I'm happy the way I am right now.
I believe you. Maybe you got, what, fear of commitment? Fear of intimacy? Listen to me, I know where you're coming from. I mean, this commitment thing is pretty scary. I mean, you know, opening yourself up, making yourself vulnerable to someone is pretty scary stuff. Especially when you've been so badly burned in the past by your friends and family.
Oh, wait, hold on a second. What do you think you know about my past?
Can I help you? Yes, I want to see Michael Grant. I'm sorry, but he's busy. Well, I don't care. You tell him that Dorian Lord is here to see him.
Mr. Grant gave me strict orders not to bother him.
You either get him or you will be bothering me. And when I am bothered, I can tell you that
I'm sorry, Mr. Grant. I tried my best, but she wouldn't leave without seeing you.
All right, Mrs. Verdon.
Come in, Dorian. What do you want? I haven't got much time, so, no games.
Funny you should mention that, Michael, because that's exactly why I'm here.
Get to the point.
The point is that you used me. I was a pawn in your scheme to eliminate Roger Gordon.
Don't know what you're talking about.
Oh, yes, you do. Don't you remember that lunch where you tried to convince me that Roger was spying on Herb's campaign? And that you had the perfect plan to test his loyalties by sending him on some wild goose chase to Pier 32. And I like a fool, believed you. In all my innocence, I might add, because I was so furious that Roger might be working for Vicky. If I had any idea that you were planning to kill him...
You have a twisted and fertile imagination, don't you?
It's the truth, isn't it? You set me up as a patsy, and you're not going to get away with it. You were going to go to the police. You were going to tell them that I'm innocent. And you were going to admit that you used me to get Roger to the warehouse. What is so funny?
Oh, that's the first good laugh I've had in 3 months.
Oh. I see. You think I'm joking.
You're crazy if you think I'm going to go to the police and tell them I set Roger up.
Well, if Mohammed won't go to the mountain...
Fine. Call the police. They can take me into the station. I'll just lie.
Ah. So you would let me take the blame for your crime?
Why not? You're the perfect patsy. Got a good education over there in Mendora, didn't you, with Prince Raymond?
Oh, Michael. You are the most despicable, loathsome human being on the face of this earth.
Thank you.
I hope you rot in hell.
Do you?
Yes, let go of me.
Not until I have a little look in your purse.
If I can't sneak in, then I guess I'll just have to play it straight and take my chances.
I wouldn't do that if I were you, Dr. Wally.
Officer, great timing. Look, I need all the help I can get.
Excuse me.
What do you... Look, we've got to get in there.
We aren't going anywhere, sir. You are going to clear out of here now.
Look, a woman's life is in jeopardy here. If you don't believe me, you could speak to Commissioner Richards, okay? He knows all about it.
If he knows anything about it, he didn't mention it to me, sir.
But just because it hasn't filtered down to you doesn't mean you should turn your head away, because a woman could be dying in there.
Look, I have very specific orders, sir, not to let anybody near this house, especially you. You go anywhere near this door, I got to run you in.
Hey, get your hands off me!
Okay, I asked you the first time, and now I'm telling you, take a hike.
Why don't you, pal?
Oh, Dr. Wallach, you just made my day. Let's go. Let's go.
Take your hands off me.
Come on, Dorian. You didn't fool me, recounting every single detail of the setup, proclaiming your own precious innocence.
I don't know what you're talking about.
I'm talking about the oldest trick in the book.
What trick?
This trick. No wide-eyed look of innocence. No protestations. How'd they get in my purse?
You think you're pretty smart, don't you?
Smarter than you. You knew I wouldn't confess to anything, so you had to find a way to make me incriminate myself. Oh, not that this would hold up in a court of law.
We'll see about that.
Oh, will we? You know, I used to find you amusing. And now, I'm just bored by your silly antics. Oh, I admire your tenacity, and I am very impressed with your belief in the American judicial system, a belief I do not share. Therefore, I am not about to test the legality of this. Here's your toy.
No, Michael. You're a fool if you think you're going to get away with this.
You know what's bothering you? The grande dame of manipulators, duped at her own game. That's what's bothering you.
No, Michael. You tried to ruin Vicky's campaign. You ruined Herb's. Your hands are filthy with drug money, and Roger's life is hanging in the balance. You are walking around scot-free. That's what's bothering me.
Is that right? St. Dorian, huh? You're protecting yourself, looking out for yourself, like always, and you know it.
Well then, mister, you better keep looking over your shoulder. Because every time you turn around, I am going to be at your heels, just waiting for you to trip up.
When are you and the good people of Landview going to realize that I'm not going to trip up?
It's fine, fine, Michael, gloat. Have your day in the sun. But somehow, someday, I am going to make you pay for what you've done.
I'll look forward to it.
Fine. Because it's going to be a red letter day when you are finally removed from the face of this earth.
I'm sorry. I shouldn't have said anything.
Well, I would like to know why you think you know so much about me.
I don't miss a trick. That's what makes me a good bartender. Now, if I'm sticking my nose where it doesn't belong, just tell me and I'll back off, okay?
It's okay. I'm sorry I snapped at you. I'm just a little defensive when it comes to my feelings about Dan. When I'm talking about, I'm defensive when it comes to my feelings, period.
So I noticed.
I'm so frustrated. I mean, just when I think that things are going really well with Dan and me, you know, we have a good time together, and I think we're really making some headway, and then Brenda comes, and he spends so much attention. I'm not that I'm jealous of Brenda or anything.
Yeah, you are.
Okay. All right, just a little bit.
Hey, it's okay to want to be number one. Now, if you care so much about the guy, just go for it.
What do you mean, just sit around and wait for it to happen?
No, go for it. Believe me, it'll be worth it.
I think we'll sit over here.
Hey, enough of this. We got customers. Here.
Yes, enough work to do and strength enough to do the work.
Kipling?
Impressed?
Yeah, very.
Hey,
Hello,
Andy.
you two.
How you doing?
Good. What would you like? Oh, a cup of coffee for me, I think.
Coffee sounds fine for me, too.
Okay.
Hey, this is great. Nice little arrangement here.
Yeah, they're lilies of the valley.
I know, Matt did them. He constantly impressed me.
Yes, I know what you mean.
What?
Oh, nothing. Nothing at all.
Look, Gabrielle, I'm sorry about this. I just found this note in my pocket. I've got an appointment in like 10 minutes. I'm not gonna have time to have coffee. I feel like a jerk for doing this to you.
That's all right, I understand. It's fine.
Well, look, yeah, you got Andy here. Maybe you two can have a little visit. Maybe get something to eat. Gabrielle? Are you with me here?
Cord, yes, I am. I'm sorry. I was thinking about Debra. You see, I've said and done a few things that I'm not proud of either, and even though they were for her best interest, it still hurts me to see her in pain.
I know exactly how you feel.
Hi there. Hi, I'm Matt Kingston, 10 Bar here. Nice to meet you.
Cord Roberts. Nice meeting you.
So, where's Al? How's he doing this morning?
Fine.
Why didn't you bring him around with his buddy CJ?
Oh, excuse me, you know CJ?
Yeah, I do. Do you?
Well, yeah, I should. I'm his daddy.
I'm sorry, I didn't know.
Yeah.
Listen, you got a great kid. I mean, you must be real proud of him.
Oh, yes, sir, you got that right. I sure am.
Cord, I didn't tell you. I brought Al over here with CJ, and everybody played together. That's when...
No, I love playing with him. I mean, and Al? I mean, they're great. I just love kids.
Oh, great. Do you have any of your own?
No, I wish I did. So, how about CJ's mama? I mean, she must be as proud as you are.
Well, yeah, she's very proud.
So, when are you gonna bring the little woman around here so we can get a chance to see her and meet her and all that?
Well, I don't think that's gonna be happening real soon because she's in L.A.
Ah, visiting family, huh?
No, she lives there.
Divorced?
Yeah, something like that.
Bummer, I'm sorry.
Well, perhaps Matt...
So you got custody of your son?
No. No, he lives with his mother. Right now, he's just out here visiting, but he's gonna be going back real soon.
Yeah, it must be pretty tough on you. On you both, and especially CJ. I mean, kids his age really need his parenting. But I guess nowadays...
Here's your coffee. I'm not a minute too soon, Andy. Thank you very much. That's great.
Yeah, well, listen, I'm sorry. I'm running out of time here. I need to get over to the banner, so if you'll excuse me, huh? Sure.
Oh, great. Cord, will you call me?
Yeah, I sure will.
Because I'd really like it if we can find some time for the two boys to get together again.
Oh, no, most definitely. Yeah, we'll do that. Take care. Nice meeting you.
Hey, likewise, and I'm sorry if I overstepped my bounds. With you. Hope to see you again.
You're right. Take care.
Nice guy, huh?
Nice try. But I think I'm smart enough to know when someone's putting something over on me. And if you think you're going to get away with it, you've got another thing coming.
That's some diet.
What are you doing here?
Catching you on an eating binge.
You know very well when I'm upset, I eat. It soothes me.
You finish that thing, it'll soothe you so much they'll have to roll you out of here.
What did you do? Follow me all the way over here so you could badger me again? Is that it?
Well, I'm not following you. One is having some problems with the sewage commission. I came over to...
Joe?
Well, no. She asked me to help straighten things out so she wouldn't have to go to court.
Sewage commission, that's pathetic.
Why don't you put down the shovel? Tell me what's bothering you.
You know damn well what's bothering me.
Michael Grand?
That man would not tell the truth to save his own mother. And if I weren't a lady, I would have just slapped that smug look right off of it.
You went over to see him, didn't you? Don't even bother trying to deny it. What did you do, threaten him?
Of course not. I just merely went over there to try and tell him to go to the authorities and tell them the truth.
Tell them the truth. Didn't I tell you there's no way Michael will admit to anything?
And didn't I tell you that he has hurt enough people? Not just me, you, Vicky, Roger.
I'm familiar with the list. I'm just not too thrilled that you confronted him.
You know me. You've known me for a long time. I don't just sit around wringing my hands. If something has to be done, I do it.
Dorian, did it ever occur to you just once in your life to think about what you're doing before you do it?
Think? What was there to think about? The man is scum, Herb. Absolute scum. He is a money-grabbing, power-hungry maniac. He would step on anyone to get what he wants.
Yes, and one visit from you is going to turn him into Mother Teresa.
Just thought I'd try and talk some sense into him. Show him the pain that he's caused people.
Spare me the philanthropy, please. You went to see him for one reason, to talk him into getting you off the hook, but it didn't work, did it?
If it had, I wouldn't be eating this.
Well, at least maybe now you learned your lesson.
And I'll tell you what I learned. Polite talk is no good for slime like Michael Grand.
Meaning?
Meaning that polite conversation is no way to get him to come to his senses. No, believe me, I am the one that's going to go the whole 9 yards.
My meeting is over. I'll be back in my office after I deal with Dan Wallach. As McNamara is bringing him in, I'll just stay here till it's over with. Right. Come in.
Commissioner?
I'll talk to you later. That's okay, Kevin. Leave him to me. So, Dr. Wallach, been giving my officer a hard time, huh?
He's been giving me a hard time. Why didn't you tell your officers that Brenda is in danger?
Because I'm not sure it's a fact yet.
What the hell are you talking about? Come on, I gave you the drug patch yesterday. Why isn't Michael in jail, and why is Brenda still in Grandeview?
Just slow down. Now, Michael Grand is a very powerful man, and I'm not just going to order my men to go into his house.
Oh, I get it. You're afraid of him.
I am mounting a case against him. And I'm not going to blow it by going in there prematurely.
Look, Commissioner, you have got all the proof you need. Now get her out of there, get her into a hospital, and throw Michael in the nearest jail.
I'm not making a move until I have all the facts.
And when will that be? Before or after Michael has overdosed Brenda?
Come on, I have a team of detectives putting the facts together. Now, I'm not going to make a move until the facts are there. And in the meantime, I'm ordering you to stay away from Grandeview.
Look, I don't give a damn about your orders. I want her out of there before it's too late.
Okay, hero. Storm the castle. Put your lady love in greater danger. Yeah, that's right. Hey, you go in there. You go in there and you're going to jeopardize her safety and that of her son. Now, damn it, do you want that?
No, of course not. But I just can't stand around and do nothing.
Well, that's what you're going to have to do if you want Brenda and the child to get out of this safely. Look, Dan, stay away from there. Let me do my job. And I promise you it won't be long.
All right, look, I'm on my way to the hospital. You have me paged when you're going to make a move on Michael.
Right. You'll be the first to know. Hey. The first.
All right.
Hello? Hello?
Michael, this is Richard.
What's wrong?
I can't protect you any longer. Now you get out of town.
Or Stephen?
I thought you had him.
Get my coat and we're gonna get away from here. Okay? It's gonna be all right.
What do you think, Brenda?
Stay away from me. You stay away from me.
Her baby's arm, it's around her neck. There's a patch.
Give him to me,
No,
Brenda.
he's my baby.
I warned you about
He
him
is
when you're
my
weak in
baby.
condition.
Don't take
I don't just drop him. Give him to me. Come on, give him to me. Come on, Stephen. Brenda. Let him go. Get him ready to leave.
Don't take my baby!
It's over, Brenda. I told you it's over.
No, Michael, please. I'll do anything you want me to.
You will?
I'll love you. I'll
No.
marry you.
Stop it. Stop that.
I'm begging you.
Don't you dare beg me! Not now!
You had your chance.
Get my baby! Michael!
Dan, how'd it go?
Lousy.
What, you didn't get in to see Brenda?
Well, I tried ringing the doorbell, but a cop stopped me under orders of the commissioner. Seems as if he doesn't want me near Grandeview.
Well, why don't you talk to the commissioner yourself, then?
I did. Unfortunately, I was chauffeured.
What do you mean?
Well, I took the cop off a little bit. He escorted me personally down to see the commissioner.
And you didn't tell him off, did you?
Well, I gave him a piece of my mind.
Well, what did he say?
He gave me this story about jeopardizing the case and Brenda's safety if I step in. He tells me, oh, it's just a matter of time and it'll all be solved very soon.
You know, maybe he's right. I mean, Brenda's survived this far. Maybe she'll hold out one more day.
Well, I hope she will. I just feel so helpless.
Don't beat yourself up, okay? You're not a miracle worker. You're just a guy who's done everything he could for someone that he cares about. No one expects anything more from you.
You know, if it wasn't for you, I don't know how I would have been able to get through this.
Just glad I could help.
I'm not putting anything over on you.
Bull. I saw the way you slithered over here into the conversation.
Come on. I didn't slither.
Yes, you did.
No, I came over to talk to you, meet your friend.
You came over here to purposely get between us.
Now, why would I do that?
I don't know. Is it possible that you think there might be something between you and me? Because I helped you with the flowers this morning? Well, if that's the case, let me be the first to tell you that there's absolutely nothing going on between you and me.
Aren't you getting a little excited about this? I'm just trying to be friendly.
What you're trying to do is interfere with my personal relationships, first with my son and now with Cord.
No, whoa. You're blowing this thing way out of proportion.
Oh, am I really? Can you truly tell me that you're really interested in Cord's marital affairs?
Sure. I'm a bartender, remember? I like to get to know my clients, make conversation.
You want to get to know them? That's fine. Really. You want to keep them? Stay out of their business.
For God's sake, Mrs. Verdon, hurry up. We got a plane to catch.
Mr. Grant.
What took so long?
It's Stephen. There's something wrong with him.
What?
Well, I don't know. He was fine when I was getting him ready. And all of a sudden he felt hot.
Well, maybe just a little touch of the flu.
What? And maybe he absorbed some of the drug in Brenda's patch. Remember when he was upstairs and with her and she was holding him?
His arm was around her neck.
It very easily could have brushed against the patch, and if it did...
You have to spell it out for me.
He's a baby. Any amount of that drug in his tiny system could make him very sick.
Shut up.
What are we going to do?
Shut up. I gotta think. Now, we're gonna leave. We're gonna leave, and we're gonna figure this out on the way.
Michael! Michael, no!